What is up, you guys, and thank you so much for joining me. Today we're installing fender flares on the Duramax. If you guys are new to the channel, here's a quick look at the color match fender flares. I showed you guys in a previous video when we got the truck back, but here's another look at them. Here's the hardware that came with the flares. We've got some stainless steel hardware right there. We've got the install kit and some fairly cheap gasket that we're going to use for now, but probably get better gasket later. But because my truck is kind of the white and black theme, I ordered some black hardware, so I think that's going to look really good against the white, and then we'll have the black gasket behind it. Also, if we have time, I've got a brand new set of bedrail covers and tailgate cap that I want to get put on at the end of the video. But first we need to get the hardware loaded into the flare. So just take the bolt, got the washer in already, place it in there, put the nut on the backside. Very simple. The hardware kit also comes with this Allen key right here, and then you'll just need a 13mm socket for the bolt on the backside. And then literally just tighten it up. Very simple. Now we just gotta do the rest of them. I think it looks so much better with the black hardware than it would have looked with the stainless hardware. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Now we just need to get the gasket put on. Now normally this type of gasket has some 3M tape on the inside. This does not, so we won't have to worry about pulling that out later. Now like I said, I'm probably gonna get some different gasket later on, so then that'll probably have the 3M on the inside. I don't really know if it's necessary, but we'll find out over time with driving the truck. Also, have a heat gun ready if you need to, if you're doing it in a cold climate. Like right now, I'm able to just warm it up enough with my hands and make it pliable. But literally we're just gonna start right here and then work it around the entire flare, and then we should be good to go. I did forget to mention that the kit does come with this little tool right here that after you get the gasket on, you just run it across the gasket and it makes sure it's nice and flush. Now we've got the gasket on, got the hardware on. I need to get the rest of them done, and then we can get it on the truck because I cannot wait to see what this looks like. Our flare is going to be super simple. We're going to reuse the stock hardware, so we're going to remove that screw there, right up here, and right here. Then we get the flare on and bolt her down. Now it's finally install time. I cannot wait to get this thing on. Went ahead, cleaned up the fender. That way we don't get any dirt or anything in between the flare and the fender itself. Make sure I actually line it up properly. Maybe. Oh, there we go. Gotta get the second screw in. What the heck? Got that one in. There we go. The lower one, bit of a pain. I'm so pumped. All right, let's get a better look. And bam, that looks so good. That is exactly what I was hoping for. And also, with the wheels and tires, we've got new wheels and tires on the way. Don't worry, they're gonna have a little bit more of a negative offset, so it'll be more flush. I think that'll look really good. Obviously, we'll get a better look at everything when we get the backs on, and then we can go ahead and pull it outside. But I just wanna get you guys a quick sneak peek of what it looks like. Let me know what you guys think about the black hardware. I'm very happy with the decision to go with it, but let me know what you guys think. Let's get the back done. Okay, well now it is the next day. As I was backing the truck in, I noticed a hissing sound. Turns out I had ran over a screw. And that's the culprit right there. That was enough. It just missed the lug and went right into the tire, so that was awesome. Ended up having to pick up a tire plug kit. But we are good to go now. Tires holding air. Let's get going on the back flare. But first we need to get these super sweet beauty rings off. Oof. I don't think that one's coming out. Neither's that one. There we go. Got it. There we go. Yay. Got him. Got it cleaned up as best as I could. Now obviously that was not the most ideal way of going about it, but we got the beauty ring off and got the screws out. I was not planning on keeping it or trying to sell it, so I didn't care. And I really do hate those things because they trap in a bunch of dirt and water, which creates surface rust, and you guys can see where the paint is bubbling. So if I cared about this bed, I would probably scuff this down and prime it before we put the flares on. But this thing had some stuff thrown in the back. It looks like a bunch of rocks and shit. So this thing's all beat up under here. So we're never gonna be able to get a good bed liner in here. And I eventually want to line exit or do a Raptor liner or something. So I'll be looking for a new bed in the future. So right now we're just gonna throw the flare over it and then worry about a new bed later on. So here's the hardware we'll be using. These pieces right here, these two go in the two factory holes at the top of the wheel well, using that hardware to hold them in place. And then we have these little S-clips right here. So we've got two in the front and then two in the back of the fender flare. And then we use these little tabs right here to hold them in place, kind of. It marks the area as well. But these little S-clips, they'll slide over that in between the wheel well and the actual fender flare, and then use this hardware to hold it in place, this little screw right here. And then I'm actually gonna use this little washer from the stainless kit to hold it, because that is not enough surface area to hold that flare on. I'm not comfortable with that. So we're gonna use this little washer to help. Just need to find the two little factory holes up top. Pop those in just like that. Little look right there and right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and do is use those two spots right there. I'm gonna put the flare on, put the screws loosely in so that way it holds it in place, make it a lot easier to mark out the other spots for the hardware. Got that one in place. Now we need to get the back one. I'm gonna do my best to show you guys what's going on without getting in the way. So we're gonna take this little tab, put it back here behind the hole, bring the flare out, take the S-clip, slide it over, bam, lines up right there. Now we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing for this lower one. Line it up about there, bring the flare out, S-clip, and now it's lined up. Okay, take the screws, that one started. I need to get some better washers. This is just what we had available at the time. There we go. Locked into place. And there we go. That looks so good. I went ahead and just did the back ones off camera. Figured the front ones was more than enough explanation. Didn't want to bore you guys too much. Now we got to get the bed rail covers and the tailgate cap on, and we can pull her out and see how she looks. I figured I should explain real quick. Now normally to get the tailgate cap on, you don't need to do riv nuts. There should be nut certs already there, but I didn't have any. So luckily I had some riv nuts from a previous project, so I just went ahead and used those. Okay, now normally you shouldn't have to sit on the tailgate cap to get the bolts to line up, but my case, the tailgate is so beat that the bed rail cap did not want to sit down flush without some extra force and or weight, but we got it on. Let's go see what it looks like outside. The wind's starting to pick up, so I'm gonna make this quick, but she looks great. I am so happy I finally did that. I've had these sitting around for far too long. Got a little side profile. Take a look at the back. I cannot wait to get those new wheels and tires on, set the offset out a little bit. Also, when we do the new shocks, I am going to take the 2-inch lift block out of the back to drop it down a little bit. That way it's a little more even. No, I'm not squatting it. I just want it to be a little more even instead of being raked out. And then for towing purposes, we'll probably just add airbags. Another shot from this side. It's kind of in the dark, can't really tell. But overall, I am very happy with how this came out. Those flares added a lot. Still need to color match the grill, but I'll be doing that in a future video. We're just going to go ahead and paint that, and then that's going to tie in very nicely. Also, I've got black step bars that I'm going to be putting on there here soon enough. I got to clean those up, shoot them, and then we can get them on. I'll be color matching this, well, color matching these as well as I can until I'm able to take them off when we paint it. I'm going to wait till we paint it to take them off. But for now, I'm going to color match these as best I can. Should be a lot better than yellow, and it's going to really clean this up a lot. Also, for the bed rail covers, I'm very happy with how they came out. The only issue I have is they don't come down as far as the original ones did, so we've got those little rub marks right here. But I'm just gonna go ahead and buff those off, and then those should clean up really nice. Then we got the new tailgate cap right here. It's looking good. Overall, I am extremely happy with how everything's coming together. Everything's color matched for the most part. Got the new headlights, got the new mirrors, got the flares on. Soon enough, we'll have the wheels and tires, like I said, and everything else that I said we've got coming for the truck, and this thing is coming together exactly like I envisioned it. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great night.